Hello, in today's video we're going to be looking at some advanced vocabulary. It's not too difficult, but it's all to do with the weather. And the idea of this video, and indeed this series, is to give you, I think in this video there's 21 words. They're going to be coming very quick, very fast. So let's have a look at some of the words we're going to be covering today. Okay, so you can see here there's some lovely pictures for you. We're going to take them one at a time, and then there'll be a sentence coming in giving you the word. Alright, so in the first picture here I give you a little clue: a gentle wind. Alright, so another word for a gentle wind, we would say a breeze. Okay, so the flag waved in the cool breeze, and this is really nice in summer when it's very hot and there's a nice cool breeze. It really cools the temperature down. In the next picture you can see it's very dry, so this is a long period without rain. Okay, so there is severe drought in many parts of Africa, so we call this a drought. No rain, no water, you can't grow any crops, all the animals start dying. Terrible. Drought. Never good. And in the next picture, as you can see, kind of the opposite. Too much water. So a period of too much rain, when all the lakes come, spill out over the dam walls, all the rivers burst their banks. And we call this a flood. So the river burst its banks and flooded the town. Aha! So your parents might watch this every night. The first picture here, after the news, there's a program that predicts the weather. We call it a weather forecast. My dad always watches the weather forecast every night. Now this one, it's very exciting stuff. Electricity from the heavens, otherwise known as lightning. Lightning storms can be very dangerous. They can blow out the power, kill people, fry your computer, all sorts of things. Now, when we have lightning, first you'll see the lightning, and then you will hear this, the sound that lightning makes. Thunder. First you see the lightning, and then you hear the thunder. Aha! So this makes visibility very low. In the first picture here you can just about see the trees, but it's like almost everything's cloudy. It's like the clouds come down. Yeah? And this is called mist. I could hardly see the trees due to the mist. Now you'll notice in the next picture it's more or less the same, except this is really thick mist, so you can see even less than in the first picture, and we call this something different. Fog. The fog was so thick that I couldn't see a thing, and this is very common, especially on lakes, rivers, or at sea. Now here you can see a picture of Europe here, and some of you can see there's very high temperatures and a period of really hot weather. What do we call it? We call it a heat wave. So heat waves are common here in the summer. Okay, and we're talking like temperatures hotter than normal, let's say, for your country, depending where you live. Where I live, you can get to the 30s, so a heat wave is when it goes up to 40 or 45. And terrible things here. So you can see a flood in this picture, volcanic eruption, tsunami, earthquake. What do we call these things? Natural disasters. So natural disasters kill thousands of people each year, unfortunately. Next picture, we've got a picture of the planet. You can see all the continents there. So what the weather and temperature like is in an area. So what do we call this? You would say, my country has a very nice what? We would say climate. Yeah, the climate. Different parts of the world have different climates. And the last picture here, you can see a lighthouse there. There's big clouds, lightning, thunder, waves. So what would we call this? A period of really, really bad weather? A storm. Lots of boats sank in the storm last month. Now we're talking about the Englishman's favorite thing, rain and precipitation. So in the first picture, when it rains, ice, and these things, okay, it usually doesn't rain that size, they're very, very big. But if it rains ice, what do we call it? We call it hail. The hail was absolutely massive. And in the next picture here, you can see it's raining very, very heavily. We have loads of names for this. For example, there was torrential rain all last night. So torrential rain, heavy rain, a downpour, all of these are for very, very heavy rain. And the opposite, very light rain, we would call it drizzle. I don't think I need an umbrella. It's only drizzling. Yeah, so you don't get very wet if it's drizzling. And lastly, so here we've got spring, summer, autumn and winter. These are the 4 seasons. So my favorite season is spring. And we've talked about this before, but very hot weather. Okay, so not a heat wave this time, but we would say just high temperatures. So we had high temperatures this summer. And the opposite, high temperatures, that's right, low temperatures. So thank you very, very much for watching. That's all for now. Bye.